Let's begin. So our topic for this session is all about search engine advertising for MSMEs and freelancers. Um, when we talk about search engine advertising, usually the premise here is how do we use the internet? No, how do we use the internet to look for information online? So when we talk about looking information online, there are many ways that we go about it. Nowadays, uso na yung we crowdsource on Facebook, di ba? Nagtatanong tayo, where can I buy this? Where can I buy that? Pero kadalasan, your friends will scold you and tell you, hindi mo kagalitan, pero they will remind you, gamitin mo si Google, pare o mare. Huwag ka naman magtatanong kagad, mag-research ka naman. And I also encounter having that same feeling, especially when I get emailed by different people asking for information. And I felt that the information that they are looking for can easily be searched through Google. So sometimes I will run a Google search results and I will give them a link to the Google search results so that they can be more creative, no, when looking for that information online. And of course, when we want to further validate the information that we're looking for online, that's the time we start asking for friends. Now, the Google search results that we get to see today are improving, no? So you now see ads, although at the same time you're now seeing shopping ads. In the old days, you can also see ads on the right-hand column of a Google search result. But now the Google search results is more configured for mobile. So as a result, the right column is no longer appearing, no, on the traditional search results. Parang by default, ang naging design na ng Google search results ngayon ay ganyang klase na. So for example, let's say we're looking for something online. So ano ba maganda natin hanapin online? So let's say naghahanap tayo ng um, graduation gift. Okay? So mapapansin natin dito, meron tayong, although bihira to, no, na merong right-hand column. Pero normally, kapag merong mga shopping ads, nakikita natin yan sa taas eh. Pero ngayon nakita natin na yung ads ngayon nasa kanan, no? So, yan yung sinasabi natin mga example ng mga ads na nakikita natin. Now, another way to, so let's say Holy Week vacation. So, pag search man tayo, Holy Week vacation, okay, mukhang walang lumalabas na ano sa atin ngayon. So, Boracay travel promotion. Baka yan, may makita tayo. Ba, wala rin. So, ano yan? Hindi tayo targeted. Okay, so mukhang wala tayong nakikitang ads, no? Medyo weird dahil di tayo nakakakita ng ads. So, ano na lang, yung mga classic, Sunflowers, Philippines. Ayan. So, ayan, may nakita na tayong ad. So, this is an example of an advertisement, no? May nakikita talaga tayo na marking ng ad and then lumalabas na next yung mga map results and Google Business na results, no? Pagdating sa ating pages. Okay? So, let's continue. So, a question often asked is, do people click on ads in search results? So can I have a show of hands? How many of you click on ads in search results? Magkiklik ba tayo? Meron ba sa inyo nagkiklik? Okay, so si Johanna, sabi niyo nagkiklik siya. How about the others? Although yun nga lang, no, minsan may tendency tayo minsan na na-ad blind na tayo. So as a result, we don't necessarily click on the ads in search results unless the ad is very compelling or it's the only option that gets presented in the search result. Now, when we talk about search advertising, people often confuse this with search engine optimization. And I think this is where the difference is, no? When we talk about SEO, it is everything that you do on your website so that it can improve its presentation of information, especially as it gets picked up by the search engine trackers and spiders. When we talk about search engine advertising, which is our topic for today, it is all about the use of online tools or online search advertising platforms so that we can advertise or promote our websites or our business. And this falls under the whole umbrella of search engine marketing. So search engine marketing can comprise of both SEO and search engine advertising. It's everything that you do to really promote your website or business. Although this is heavily influenced by what people see in search engine results. Although that is also partly one way or another connected also with digital marketing. Kaya depende yan sa perspective o depende kung nasaan yung specialization ng person na gumagawa ng project na yan. No? So another way of looking at it is that when you look at SEO, as we studied in our previous sessions, when we talk about SEO, it's everything that we do to improve our site. So example, including improving your homepage, yung metadata ng site nyo, how you write content, which is no less than 300 words. Although ideally, if you really want to rank in search engine results, you must have at least 500 words on your website. Kaya minsan, nasa-challenge ako kapag may mga nagiging estudyante ako o kaya they're negotiating with me na kung pwede 150 words lang or 200 words lang. Pero I'm telling them na if I'm really gonna teach you search engine optimization or search engine marketing, the amount of words on a website is actually non-negotiable. Supposedly, if you really want to teach the person how to improve search engine visibility of their website, whether it is for an MSME or it is for a client website, especially if you are a freelancer. Now, when we talk about search engine marketing, as I said earlier, it's everything that you do to improve the traffic coming to your website. It can be a combination of both organic marketing and paid advertising, like search advertising. So when we talk about search advertising as part of your strategy for search engine marketing, there are things that you need to think about so that especially if you need to plan your budget and if you want to align this with your bigger goals, like for example, how much sales do you need to generate for a specific period, or if you're doing this as a freelancer or as a service to a client, it can also be part of your realistic estimation or realistic estimates, no, for expected outcomes for your search advertising efforts. So some things that you have to think about includes how far are you willing to work, or how big is the market that you want to capture. If you're using your online advertising efforts to generate leads, to generate inquiries, or to generate sales, you have to also set targets as to how many inquiries do you need to get in a day. So, for example, if you are aiming to get at least 10 inquiries a day from your advertising efforts and you're getting less than 10 inquiries a day, there are two ways that you can go about it. Either you improve your campaign quality if the campaign quality is the issue, or you increase your budget, or you couple it with follow through, or you also do organic marketing, or maybe instead of an or, it should be an and. No, that you should do all of that together. Um, Another thing that you need to think about is, do you just focus on conversion, or do you focus on conversion right away, which is to generate leads, or should you also invest in time in creating awareness first? Because not necessarily na people, when they see your site or your campaign, people will naturally inquire. More often than not, there's a premise where trust must be established first. So if there's no trust established, that person will hesitate even filling up your form to become part of your lead system, unless that person is really confident about the product or service that you are offering, or there's an imperative need for that person to respond to what you are offering as a service. And then, are there specific communities that you want to target rather than targeting everyone? Do you want to be more specific? And again, how much budget are you willing to allot? I remember when I had a public relations client in my earlier years in this business. I remember we were targeting like 100 pesos a day, while at the same time improving their search engine visibility. And and it's important that not only that you hit top ranking for your website, You also need to make sure that when people search for your brand, people will see your ad rather than your competitor's ad. It's part of your lock in, no? To really show that you are serious and determined to really capture the attention of your target market. So, search engine optimization is easy, or if, in fact, even search engine marketing. Some people might say it's easy, but it can also be complicated. No? So, this is an example from SMEmarketing.net, a simplified search productivity cycle. Now, if you notice, the productivity cycle shown here is not necessarily limited to search engine marketing. It can also apply to social media marketing. It can also apply to your digital marketing goals in general, especially if being visible in search engine results is part of your strategy for your digital marketing. Because some entities or some people or some companies or some MSMEs, their primary goal when they do their marketing is simply to generate inquiries through social media. Although there is a basis for that, no, because of the 69 million internet users on Facebook. But if you also agree that apart from search, apart from social media, people will search for you online, especially when doing the due diligence, then the more it is important for you to have search visibility. No? So things to consider when doing your search advertising or search marketing or even for social media marketing, anything at a certain point where you have to spend, kailangan mas planuhan mo siya. Kasi kung hindi, sayang yung pera. So this includes what's the purpose of your site, para saan ba siya, what do you want to achieve, how do you measure success, and who is your competition. I'll give you an example. Recently, I was out of town for the past week because I work on my certification and attended a cryptocurrency conference. So when people were asking me, Janet, why do you have a leader bootcamp website? And why are you organizing a women leaders bootcamp? So let's use these questions here and allow me to use this as a case study for some form of a discussion. So the purpose of the site, which is the leader bootcamp, is actually to disseminate leadership knowledge or information. So that is the primary goal. So what do we want to achieve? So apart from building a community of people who are interested to learn, one of the things that we want to achieve is to also include leadership as part of our strengths, meaning we are known for e-commerce, we are known for digital marketing. We also want to expand where we are associated with also, but not necessarily diluting our brand, but more from the perspective that leadership is also important when doing your e-commerce strategy and digital marketing strategy, because if it is not included, then that person may get burdened, pressured, among other emotions that can be felt when running campaigns or when running programs and when running online businesses. More often than not, when I've heard of e-commerce websites shutting down or MSMEs giving up on their e-commerce projects, I think citing as a reason that they don't have time for it is not enough of a reason. It's really about leadership. It's all about focus. It's all about mindset. It's all about commitment. So that is why leadership is also important. So how do we measure success? So let's say we can measure our success depending on from a different set of perspectives. One of which can be, does our search engine visibility improve on the topic of leadership? That's one. Do we have an increase in following? And when coming up with events, are we also gradually getting turnouts, no, for our events? And who is your competition? Of course, there are a lot of players in this space. But however, since we are niching on MSMEs and freelancers, I could say that there's not much competition on that, especially uh, on the level of content, parallel content that we have on our site in comparison to others who may be in that field. So that is an example of assessing your goals, no? So the next part is thinking about your strategy. So what are the strategies that you need to think about? And this is where it gets very tricky. So you have to list out actionable tasks. What are the things that you need to do? How relevant they are to your goals? So actionable tasks can be a combination of both online and offline activities, especially if you are a product or service where your clients, especially like in the case of the Philippines, where um, physical contact, face-to-face contact is very important. It's not enough that you just have an online contact. And then so you have to list those actionable tasks. So for example, in our case, when we talk about actionable tasks can be in the form of organizing webinars, free webinars, organizing paid webinars for this topic. And now we started organizing face-to-face events as well. And since I leveled up as an independent executive director for the John Maxwell team, we're also going to launch a speakers club. We're also going to teach the Maxwell method of selling, Maxwell method of speaking, and Maxwell method of leadership, and Maxwell method of entrepreneurship. No, so really strong, so strongly integrating the leadership programs in our portfolio. So these are examples of actionable tasks. Of course, there can be a lot of actionable tasks, but you also have to discuss how relevant they are to your goals. So since the so in this case study scenario, if my target market for the ones that I train for insofar as e-commerce and digital marketing is concerned for MSMEs and for freelancers, it's really bringing this information to the people in the rural areas because that is my strength. I don't consider Manila as my primary strength. My primary strength are outside of Metro Manila because that is where I'm focusing. So bringing that content to that area and giving them access to such content, I believe is very important because they are often areas that don't get access to such information. So key partnerships, do I need to make this work? So of course, working with government is one thing. Working with private sector organizations is another. And then that's where you try to prioritize actionable tasks. So actionable tasks can include the free webinars that we're doing right now, where you are an active participant. It can also include the work, the kind of content that we put on our site. So these are all examples of actionable tasks, including the face-to-face events and the things that you need to do every day, to make this work. And then, of course, having goals and strategy is just one thing. More often than not, sometimes it is accused of being idealistic. So that is why you need to constantly measure it so that you can see the results. What worked, what didn't, why and why not, what's next. So for example, if I say what worked, well, doing free webinars like this seems to work. What didn't work, I noticed online masterminds that are self-paced is not as effective as I was hoping it to be. So I may have to calibrate my approach on that. And then why or why not, no? So parang kailangan yata mas mataas yung level ng interaction for it to work. And then what's next? So more or less, I gave you some ideas already of what are the things that we're going to come out with. So those are examples of what's next. No? And then you also have to think about your adjustments, strategy tweaks, new actionable tasks, and are they focused? And can I realign that with my campaign goals? So for example, um, this month of March, I found out that I need to visit like 12 locations this coming March to prepare various areas for our rural impact sourcing technical training. So there will be a lot of orientations. So I realized I have to make a strategy tweak from there because I want to maximize the areas that we will be visiting and extend my agenda there. No? And identify new actionable tasks. Like for example, as I mentioned previously, I have to launch a virtual assistant bootcamp. I have to release a web advertising bootcamp, a graphic design bootcamp, a more comprehensive search engine marketing course, among others, so that I will be able to prepare for all of this, no? And then at the same time, improving our sales modules. So these are examples of adjustments. And then again, you will go back to your bigger goal. So thinking about this is very important. The more you can document it. And I would suggest if you document it, look at it every day. and see if you are doing something about it every day. When you look at it every day, look at it from a perspective that are you still are you doing something today that is aligned with your goals? Are you doing something today that will help you achieve your financial targets in relation to your project? And are you using your project to add value to others? No, and would you say that your project also allows you to focus on are your top prior does your top priorities for the day also include working on your project? So those are things that you need to consider or important to think about as you review your goals, strategy, results, and adjustments on a daily basis. Now, of course, any engine advertising discussion will not be complete without a discussion on Google AdWords and the more used platform in the Philippines for doing search engine advertising. So Google AdWords is an online advertising service developed by Google. All the ads that we're seeing on the Google search results were coursed through the Google AdWords platform. If you are a member of Google AdSense and using Google AdSense to generate income for your site or for your blog, you use Google AdWords. um, Companies use Google AdWords to advertise, and on the part of Google AdSense, a portion of the amounts paid for advertising gets shared to the publishers who are part of the AdSense community. Now, when you want to advertise in Google, there are five areas that you can look at, including search, display, video, shopping, and mobile. So, meaning you can advertise on search results, you can advertise on websites using graphical ads or text ads. Your ads can also be in the form of video, or it can also appear on YouTube videos. You can also run shopping ads like the ad that we've shown earlier. And you can also run ads that will appear on the mobile device or on specialized applications. So when running an ad campaign, you need to think about your marketing goals. Are you advertising because you want people to buy on your website or to visit your website? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them not to fill up a form, not to buy from your website, but you want them to call your business instead? Do you just want them to see your ad? Or do you want them to visit your physical establishment? So I think being specific on this must be clear because more often than not, maybe your intention is just to get people to visit your website, but the way you design your ad, you're actually trying to stimulate purchase or to encourage people to purchase. So instead of generating the awareness, maybe you're not being exact in doing that because your ads are more sales oriented and may not necessarily be attracting the people that you want to click on your ad. So when we talk about Google Search Network, so as shown in this example, your text ads can appear on Google and non-Google search partner sites when people search for products and services. So this is an example on how you would see it on the web, on your tablet, or on the mobile device. Okay. Now, if you notice here in one of the ads, there is a phone icon, like a call icon. So if you click on that, that means the person looking at the ad will be able to call. No, and usually the call ads work for, I think in the Philippines it works for Metro Manila. I don't think it works yet for other locations. So that means it must be a 02, a landline number, rather than pointing to a mobile device if you want to run a call ad. Google Display Networks are ads that are automatically matched to websites and other placements that shows Google AdWords ads. So it can include ads like this one, pure image. It can also be a text ad. So usually these are image ads, and usually display ads are powerful, especially for creating brand awareness type of campaigns. I think you can also use it for call to action, but depending on people, for people who are ad blind already, usually they ignore that. But I guess it depends on how compelling the offer is. But if you are giving out something for free, then creating display ads can also be a good move to have that achieved. So if you want to get started with Google AdWords, all you need to do is go to adwords.google.com. So let's go to that one. I will do a demo at the end, part of our discussion. So you can go to adwords.google.com. I would suggest visiting that site already and try to open it, create an account so that you can have an idea of more or less what are the contents inside. So normally, if you're running a Google AdWords account, you will have a dashboard that gives information about your website, including the campaigns that you have run before, how much did you spend, and whether your campaign is still running or it has already ended. And then if you want to run a new campaign, this is where you need to choose what type of campaign do you want to run. A search network campaign is if you want your ads to appear on search results. So these are purely text ads. Actually, these are the pricey na ads kasi yung mga taong naghahanap sa search results, talagang very clear na sila on what they want to do. So, hindi lang siya curious, nandun yung intention. Parang Facebook lang yan eh. When somebody clicks on your ad on Facebook, more often than not, that's all about curiosity. Na-curious lang kasi nakita niya lang. Pero kapag nakita ka sa search, that means that person is maybe really looking for something and your ad helped them or more or less is offering something that is more aligned to what that person is looking for. No? So display network are ads that can run different kind of ads that can run across the web. So it can be display ads, uh, graphical ads, video ads, text ads, but it can run not only on Google search. It doesn't run on Google search results, but it can run on websites. Google partner examples are Google partner websites. Shopping ads, like the one that I showed earlier, these are for sale type of ads appearing on Google search results. And then you also have video ads that can appear in YouTube and either inside the video or on the parang mga suggested videos as advertisements on YouTube. And you also have universal app or mobile ads, which are intended to promote specific mobile applications. So it depends on your business goal. So, like in this example, if you want to influence consideration, then you can say that, yeah, I want to drive action, I want to do shopping, video. So let's see a sample of that. So, for example, if you want to run an ad, so let's say you choose display. So you have to select a single goal. Do you want to drive sales? Okay. The sales goal is recommended settings and features to help you reach consumers who are ready to act, as said here in this type of campaign. Kapag lead naman, mag-collect ka ng email address, drive website traffic, product and brand consideration, and brand awareness and reach. Kapag search, ganun din siya. No? So mapapansin nyo, kung nakapanood na kayo ng webinar about Facebook advertising before, may similarity na sila, no? Dati walang ganito si Google eh, pero ngayon talagang mas ini-explain na niya, no? Kung para saan ba yung app na gusto mong gawin, no? So, mapansin nyo, for search, for display, and shopping ads, lahat sila merong sales, leads, and website traffic. However, for display, meron siyang product and brand consideration, brand awareness, and reach. And for video ads, mas nakafocus siya for product and brand consideration. At kapag universal app, it's to promote a mobile application. Alright? And then, sige, pili tayo. Kapag halimbawang sinabi natin na sales, pag sales, mapansin nyo, yan o. Get website visits, get phone calls, and get app downloads. So, depende kung ano yung gusto mong ma-achieve na goal. So, pwedeng magkaroon ka ng multiple na goal, which is to get people to visit your website or get them to call a number. Na mapansin nyo, medyo ano pa siya, limited siya sa 02. Hindi nyo siya pwedeng gamitan ng mobile number kapag pinili nyo ay get phone calls. Kapag leads naman, ganun ulit, you can get website visit, phone calls, or Kung may app download ka, lalo na kung meron kang mobile app na gusto mong pa-download, yan, pwede rin may app download. Kapag website traffic, then it's clear that you just want to get traffic for your website. If you choose display, na mapansin nyo sa display, either you have a standard campaign setting, which is a para mga graphical ads, meron din siyang tinatawag na Gmail campaign. So yung Gmail campaign, ito yung ads mo na lalabas sa promotions tab. So may mga, di ba, may mga ads na lumalabas sa Google ngayon, sa Gmail ngayon. So sa promotions tab, yan yon. Yan yung mga nakikita nating ads. Kapag leads, ganun din, standard display image or Gmail campaign. So if you notice in in display ads, either display campaign lang siya or Gmail campaign. But if you're doing product and brand consideration, ano lang siya, pang website lang siya. And then for brand awareness, mong website siya. Pero kapag sales, leads, and website traffic, the Gmail campaign option is available there. Actually, maganda yung Gmail campaign kasi considered siya ngayon sa isa sa mga pinakamurang ad. No? Kapag shopping, so pansin nyo, pwedeng magdadrive ka ng sales, kaya lang kailangan nakalink yung store mo sa merchant center. So, ililink mo yung online store mo, tapos mag-upload ka ng data para yung data na galing sa store mo, yun ang lalabas sa ads. No? Meron din siyang pang leads at pwede rin siyang gamitin for website traffic. Kapag video naman, yan, standard consideration, which is for views, engagement, no? And then meron din siyang shopping. Okay? Drive consideration for your products and online store. And again, kailangan nakalink siya sa iyong merchant center account. At kapag universal app, ganun ulit, depende kung nasaan yung platform mo, you have to indicate it. So if you have both for Android and iOS, then you need to run separate campaigns for your Android and for your iOS. So the search network allows your ads to appear on Google Search, Google Maps. Pwede rin siya lumabas sa mga shopping ads and non-Google search partner websites. But in the Philippines, actually, around last year, nag-start na maging available, yung shopping ads, nag-start siya maging available early last year. Or was it December, I think it was December 2017 nga ba yun? No, basta late last year, yung shopping naging ad option naging available na sa Philippines. In the earlier days, it wasn't. Kaya yung mga shopping ads, nilalagay natin pa rin siya as part of the search network. Pero hindi siya nag-appear na parang recommendations na ready mo to buy online. So, for search network campaigns, when you're running search network ads on Facebook, on Google, you can decide whether your ads will appear on search network only or you also want it to appear on websites. Kaya meron siyang option na tinatawag na display select. Kapag search network only, sa mga search partner, sa search engine lang siya, kapag display select, then pwede siyang lumabas sa mga partner websites. No? So pag sinabi natin partner websites, these are websites na merong Google AdWords. Ano bang maganda natin ipakita? Iniisip ko kung ano ba yung sino ba yung site natin para lang meron lang tayo mabigay na sample kagad. Meron po ba tayo dito? Tingnan ko lang Okay. Okay, so kagaya nito, kung nakikita niyo yung ad sa gilid, yung Bitcoin is dead, is an example of a search advertising. So ito yung example ng display select na ad. No? So display select yan. So, display ad yan. So kapag display ad siya, kailangan may image siya. Kapag pwede siya mag-appear sa mga websites na part ng Google AdSense network. So it can either appear on the sidebar depending on kung saan kinonfigure na lalabas yung ads. At pwede rin silang lumabas dito sa dulo. Yung mga in between blog posts, no? So meron din siyang ganyan. Tapos pwede rin siyang nasa footer. Typically, in any page, if I recall correctly, you can only have para mga 3 ads, no? Pagdating sa mga Google AdSense members or publishers. Okay? So this is an example of a display ad. All right? So, so kapag pinili mo yung search network and display select, it's like telling Google na, oh, yung ads ko gusto ko lumabas sa search results, pero gusto ko lalabas din siya sa mga websites. And in fact, you can let Google pick the websites for you, AdWords, or you can identify kung ano yung mga websites na kung saan gusto mo lumabas yung ads mo. So you can have text ads, and pag halimbawa ang pinili mo yung with display select, it can also include image ads, no? So depende yan kung ano yung pinili mong choice, no? And then ang targeting niya, yan, pwedeng keyword ang basis ng targeting and other features. And you can also do manual and automated bidding for your campaign. So, depende yan sa inyo kung ano yung business goal, no, na gusto nyo gawin. Dati may ganito pa eh. Ano ka ba? Mag-build awareness ka ba? Influence consideration or drive action? Dati ganito pa yung presentation. Pero now, based dun sa nakita natin sa kanya, wala na, nag-iba na naman siya ng itsura. No? So, talagang tanong lang siya, sales ba siya? Leads ba siya? Or website traffic siya? Nung last kong ginawa yung session namin, ganun pa yung itsura nung paano nagpe-present si Google AdWords. But I guess siguro na-gets nila yung mga sinasabi ng marami na nagmukha siyang Facebook. Kasi ganun ang style ng Facebook eh. So, medyo iniba na niya yung approach niya, no? O yung presentation niya ng kanyang campaigns. But regardless, whether your intention is to build awareness, I think it's important that you know what that meant. So pag sinabi nating build awareness, you just want to let people know that, hey, I'm here. I hope you can visit my website. Kapag influence consideration, you want to build further relationship with your visitors, like making them download an ebook. And then kapag drive action, it can include making that person purchase from you or contact you. Kumbaga, mas marami pa siyang gagawin. So kapag display network ang pinili mo, your ads can appear on Google websites like Google Finance, Gmail, Blogger, and YouTube, partner websites, mobile sites, and apps that shows Google AdWords. Di ba may mga mobile app kayong nilalaro na minsan nagpapakita ng ads? So, yan yun. So, kung yung mobile app na ginagamit mo, member siya ng AdSense network o kung saan man siya naka-member, AdMob, or among other networks, then pwede siya magpakita ng ads. And then kapag shopping naman, then your intention is to get people to purchase from you. So if you want to go shopping, then you have to sign up an account with the Google Merchant Center and i-claim mo yung store mo, and then you upload your product data, and then pwede ka na mag-create ng shopping campaign in AdWords. So kapag kinlaim mo na yung website mo at nakapag-upload ka ng data, then that's the time that you can really start running an ad campaign at yung mga lalabas ng ads mo, pang shopping ads na siya. Okay? So kung gusto niyo pumunta ng Google Merchant Center, dito tayo ng Google Merchant Center. Google Merchant Center. Of course, if you have questions at this point, go ahead and ask your questions, no? So yan siya, no? So kapag naging member ka na ng, pag na-upload mo na yung products mo, then you can start running shopping ads. So halimbawa, buy strawberry jam from Baguio. Oh, ayan. So kapag na-register mo na yung URL mo sa Google Merchant Center, tapos nakapag-upload ka na ng mga products mo, then you can start running ads like this. So yun yung difference ng shopping ads, no? Ganito ang itsura niya. So this is an example of a shopping ad. Ito yung example ng text ad. Pero kung i-compare nyo yung cost ng shopping ad sa text ad, at least for a lot of my peers, ang experience nila, mas mababa yung gastos. sa search ads. So maganda siya kapag marami kang produkto and gusto mo talaga ma-maximize mo yung possibility na makapag-market ka, no? So, mapapansin nyo rito, ang nag-a-advertise pa lang ngayon ng shopping ads o gumagamit ng shopping ads includes Shopee and Lazada Philippines. Bihira ako makakita pa ng mga local websites na nag-a-advertise na ginagamit yung Google Shopping ads, no? So, if you sign up, so let's say mag-sign up tayo dyan. Yan. Tapos pipili ka na ng anong country ka, kung saan country yung business mo, and then anong pangalan ng store mo. I think dapat yata naka SSL ka, no? Although, I'm not sure bakit niya ginawang optional. Ayan. So, enter the website URL for your online store starting with HTTP or HTTPS. Any pages on your website where you collect information must be SSL certified. Okay? So, ayan. So, may policy siya. Okay? Okay, so hindi pa raw siya verified. So, para maging verified siya, kailangan ko i-download, tapos kailangan ko i-upload yung file. Or itatie in ko siya sa aking Google Analytics account. So, verify ko yung URL niya through Google Analytics. Okay. Teka. Tanggalin natin yung wawawa. Yun, verified. So, claim. Finish. So, dahil na-claim ko na siya, pwede na tayo mag-upload ng products. Ayan. So, yung products, I think, okay, so pwede ka mag-add ng feed kung saan nakalagay yung products mo. No? So anyway, lahat dyan natin siya kino-configure. No? So dito natin ginagawa yan. I think dahil kulang tayo sa oras, no, it's already 10:49. We will have a follow-up session on this one para mas mapakita natin kung paano siya ginagawa. Pero at least nakita nyo kung paano kino-connect yung Google Merchant Center, yung website nyo, tapos yung next stage is dapat ma-upload nyo na yung products nyo. Okay, so when running ads on Google AdWords, please remember that you need to structure your account. No, so you can, when you have a lot of products and services on your website, rather than having a generic ad that intends to cover the various products or services that you are offering on your website, you normally structure that parang iba-iba dapat na campaign siya. So you can base your design on website structure, kung ano yung skeleton ng website mo, especially for the products or services that you're offering, you can follow that format. You can also do it by products or services offered. So, iba-ibang products, no? So, magkakaiba siya ng campaign. Or you can also do it by location. Kasi baka yung campaign mo for Manila, iba yung campaign mo kapag nasa Cebu, especially if you want to use local dialect, or you have special shipping offers pagdating sa ibang location. Ideally, you need to have one campaign for each business goal, and under that campaign you can have at least two ad groups with 3 to 5 ads each. So for example, in this screenshot we have electrostore.com. Campaign 1 can focus on television, while campaign 2 can focus on cameras. And then for television, there are two ad groups. One is focusing on 3D television, and the other one is focused on HD television. And then, meron siyang 2 to 3 ads under it. The other one, yung camera, yung isa compact camera, SLR, and then 2 to 3 ads naman siya. So ito yung example na iba-iba yung product. So ibig sabihin, if you have 10 product lines, then for every product line, may kanya-kanya kang campaign. And then for every subtype of a product, then doon mo hinihiwala yung mga ad groups nila. No? So you can target your ads in many ways. No? So more often than not, the popular, ito yung mga kino-configure natin. Anong keywords, saan lalabas yung ad, for what age group is this ad, on which location should your ad appear, is your ad in English, or what languages are you targeting? Do you want your ad to appear 7 days a week? Do you want your ad to appear 24 within the 24-hour time cycle, or do you only want to focus on certain hours? How frequent do you want your ads to appear? Do you want it to appear maximize kagad siya, or you want it to be spread during the time that you have defined? And then on what device do you want your ad to appear? Do you want it on desktop only? Do you want to appear on mobile only? So these are the things that you need to consider when setting up your ads. Another thing that you have to think about when setting up your campaign would be your bidding strategy, meaning how are you going to, what is your payment parang strategy for your campaign also? Will you be paying based on clicks on your ad? No? When people click on the ad and go to your website, will you focus on per thousand of impressions? Or are you going to focus on conversion, on acquisition? I think the challenge for ad campaigns like that of companies like Google with Google AdWords and Facebook with their Facebook advertising platform, there's a lot of trust that you put into the relationship. Kasi inaasahan mo na talagang pag sinabi nilang tatlo yung nag-click sa ad mo, parang by fate ka nagtitiwala na talagang tatlo yung nag-click dun sa ad mo. Pag sinabi nilang your ad was seen by 10,000 people, talagang nagtitiwala ka lang na talagang yung ad mo nakita ng 10,000 people. Kaya maraming mga lumalabas na solutions ngayon, o yung mga bagong lumalabas, yung blockchain and digital advertising. I gave a talk on that on YouTube, and I will link to that for this one. May mga new initiatives ngayon para mas maging visible, mas maging clear kung saan talaga nanggagaling yung tao pumupunta sa ad. Nakiklik talaga sa ads mo. No? Sa talagang matatrack mo siya na mas maayos pa. Okay? At ma-verify mo. So, may mga ganong technologies ngayon na lumalabas. Although we haven't seen that really tightly integrated yet for the likes of Google and Facebook. All right? Although the good thing about Facebook and Google, you only pay when someone clicks on your ad. I think that's the general philosophy. And you don't pay beyond your budget. So let's say you only budgeted like 200 pesos for your daily advertising, then you can tell Google na, oh, ito lang ang budget ko, 200 pesos per day o 100 pesos per day. Kapag na-reach na yan, hindi na lalabas yung ads mo. So yung possibility for you overspending will not happen. And that is the reason why you have to guard it. Kasi baka mamaya naka-open date ka pala. No? So you set your daily budget. So either you indicate how much are you willing to pay for every click, or for every 1,000 ad impression, or for every conversion. So you can either set it automatically so that Google will be the one to maximize your targets, maximize the spending of your ad to the best possible configuration, or you manually set your bids. Normally, practitioners would recommend that you have to set this manually para ma-save mo as much as possible yung resources mo. No? And then, the amount that you pay, again, you will not pay beyond the amount that you set. Pero maraming mga options actually pagdating sa mga campaigns. Halimbawa, meron siyang tinatawag na, yan no, yung target outranking share. An example of a target outranking share can be, halimbawa, let's say si Mas, may website siya. Kapos ako, may website din ako. I can run a campaign that would say na kailangan palagi akong yung ranking ng ad ko in comparison to Mas, kailangan mas mataas ako lagi. No? So yun yung sinasabi nating outranking share. Okay? So ad formats can be in the form of text, image, rich media, or video ads. So example of text ads, yan. Boston's Best Bonsai, Spring Sale, going on now. And then naka-indicate yung ad. Okay? Meron din mga tinatawag na image ads, yung mga kagaya nung pinakita ko kanina. We can also have video ads. I'm sure nakakita na kayo ng mga video ads. Yung, di ba pa nagbabasa tayo ng mga article, yung may mga biglang lumalabas na box na parang video. So those are examples of video ads. No? Meron din mga tinatawag na call ads or shopping ads. So search ad formats, usually they can appear like this. So may headline, merong URL, then a little bit of a description. And then if they also utilize ad extension, it can also give you directions. And then if the ad extension also includes a phone number, then the person can click on the call icon and be able to contact that establishment immediately. And this type of format is ideal, especially for advertisers that would really want a person seeing the ad to contact them right away. Gmail ads, ito yung mga lumalabas sa Gmail. So this is an example of a Gmail ad. Yung pag tinitingnan mo yung email mo, meron kang makikitang ad sa taas. No? So those are examples of Gmail ads. And then ito yung mga display ads, yun yung mga diniscuss na natin kanina. Now, if you don't have tools available, well, you can use Canva if you want to design ads. Meron naman siyang mga ad formats. Pero another tool that you can use is google.com/webdesigner. So punta lang kayo sa google.com/webdesigner. Yan. So, pwede kayong mag-design ng ads din using Google AdWords on na web designer. Okay, so pwedeng dyan din kayo gumawa ng ad. Alright, so you can use it for designing interactive ads. Yan. Pwede mo, so meron siyang mga ano rito, mga features or functionalities, no? So, kung gusto niyo talaga maging seryoso pa sa pagdi-design ng mga ads niyo at ayaw niyo nung Canva lang, yan, pwede kayong gumamit ng Google AdWords web designer, especially if you want to design mga interactive na mga advertisements. So, you can use this one if you want to utilize that tool. Okay? So, let's continue. Oh, I have 1 minute left. All right. So you can also track your ad performance. So normally, kapag may nag-run ka na ng ad, bibigyan ka na niya ng reports, and the reports will tell you how much of your ad was seen, and then it can also tell you kung ilan yung nag-click nun sa ads mo at sino yung parang pinaka-effective. Pero always remember that when running campaigns, there are prohibited content and practices that Google AdWords wants to remind you. No? So you cannot market counterfeit products o yung mga fake products, dangerous products, anything that is dishonest, misleading, and anything that collects data without the consent of the users. You can also run ads that are restricted pero subject siya to approval, including adult content, alcohol. So halimbawa like yung alcohol, I think in the Philippines yata you can see alcohol ads if above 18 years old. Pero yung nga lang, if alcohol advertising is strictly prohibited, eh, hindi siya lalabas. No? Halimbawa like tobacco advertisements are strictly prohibited. So you will not be able to see any tobacco ads running in the Google AdWords network. Ads that imply copyright, gambling, healthcare, political content, financial services, trademark, legal requirements, and other restricted businesses are classified under restricted content and therefore have to be screened first. So when running your Google AdWords campaign, and the moment you start tracking the performance of your campaign, you can also use other tools. So yeah, may mga tools siya na Google Analytics. Yan, naka-integrate siya sa Merchant Center. You can also use the keyword tool, keyword planner, traffic estimator, display planner, placement tool. Ito kung saan lalabas yung mga ads mo, pinipili mo dyan. So, pwede mong gamitin yan as a tool. Okay? So, if you want to learn more, I would like to refer you to our free Google AdWords na course. Actually, we have a free course. I just remembered. So kung talagang seryoso kayo na matuto ng Google AdWords o matuto ng search engine advertising, we actually have a free course. Itong free course na to, you can access this online. It's 6 modules covering Google AdWords fundamentals, search advertising, display advertising, video advertising, shopping advertising, and mobile advertising. And this is available for free. So if you want to access it, just go here. Per video would be like 6 hours kasi ano siya eh, it's an actual online class that we did last year. Nung nagkaroon, 2 years ago, nung nagkaroon ako ng certification sa Google AdWords, nung nag-certify ako sa 6 na yan, it was done through this online training. So, itong online training na to, ang design nito is pag-aaralan mo siya, and then after the training, mag-take ka kagad na exam. No? Ganun ang ginawa namin. So, yun, after going through this training, after Module 1, exam kagad, Module 2, exam kagad, Module 3, exam kagad. So, kung gusto yung matulungan kayo, especially if you're pushing for certification, you can explore yung content dito. But of course, this was designed in 2016, although a lot of it remains the same. Pero may mga bagong interface changes din si Google that you need to be familiarized with. Kaya maganda kapag nag-aaral ka, mag-run ka rin ng campaigns para makita mo kung ano itsura niya. No? Kapag ikaw ay naging isang certified AdWords professional, then that means you can also charge more, especially for freelancers who would like to specialize in this field and offer it as a service to clients. All right? So, for our next session will be on March 1, and we're going to talk about email marketing on March 1. So I hope to see you. We might have a change of date sa social media advertising kasi yan yung schedule ng Women Leaders Bootcamp. So baka medyo baguhin natin siya. No? So expect some minimal adjustments. Now, ano pa ba yung babanggitin ko? So I'm now opening the floor for questions. Meron ba tayong questions na gustong tanungin in relation to what we discussed today? And of course, while waiting for your questions, I'd like to thank you for joining this session for today. And if you want to access the previous 11 lessons, you can go to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you're going to click on the subscribe button. And that will allow you to receive a notification as well, especially once new lessons are uploaded. Like, for example, after this lesson, we're going to convert it to a video. We're going to convert it to MP4 format and then upload it on YouTube so that you can also review it later.